Hello, MKL. I am Doc, aka just another depressed Lions fan, and to get my mind off of the buffoonery that took place, I am going to be doing a QB power rankings. Whoa. A side note is, you know how they banned TikTok? They also banned my fucking editing software. So I was gonna drop a really cool video where like every time you see a QB, you know, it cuts to like a little meme of like the oh hell no, hold up. Let me see if I can find it. The fuck? Hold up, downloads. Like I was gonna show this, like, whoa, super good QB. Wow, yeah. And like if it was a QB I didn't want.
What? We're flying to Philadelphia. What? We're flying to Philadelphia. Oh hell no! That's hell no! No! Oh hell no! Michael, no!
And then if it was like mid, I was gonna play this. What? Why is it? No. Alright, whatever. You get the point. It's gonna be super cool, super edited, super fun, but fucking Trump's ban thing took that away from me. So I probably have to find a new editing service. But regardless, these are the tiers: Elite, Mkl Qb, you know, reserved for the top of the top guys. You can see a world where you win a bowl. You know, this is probably reserved for like guys who only have a couple years left of being like elite. And then this is probably for the young guys who like you need to develop them in order for you to have a good QB. And then QB purgatory is where, you know, your QB has some traits that look good, might have a dev or so, but are they really ever going to be anything? It's kind of like Jared Goff, you know, where on paper this dude looks really good, has really good stats, can see a world where, you know, he's in this tier, but realistically you're going to be here because you're going to win enough games to make playoffs or contend for playoffs, and you're never going to have a high enough pick to where you can get one of these guys. So starting off is Lamar Jackson. I'm just going to go in the order of the screenshots that I took. Let's take a look at Lamar, shall we? Lamar, 30 years old, 95 speed, 93 throw power. Looks fucking amazing. Does he get any cool abilities? Bazooka, protected, dashing, deadeye, pass lead, elite, fearless, master attack. Oh, he gets master attack. That's really fucking good. That's probably the best ability that you can have. And let's take a look at this contract. Signed a big ad deal too, so good for him. If I was Wavy and I had the possibility of moving Master Attack down to this slot here, I'd probably do that. Just because if Lamar does regress, you definitely want to have Master Attack, because for those of you guys that don't know, Master Attack is Hot Route Master, it's Conductor, and it's Playmaker. So it's 3 abilities combined into one, and so you have so much freedom to mess around with all of these slots. And, you know, for Lamar, I think it's pretty obvious. Elite Mkl Qb, he has the speed, doesn't have the best throw power, but 93 is pretty serviceable, and it's really good abilities. He is 30, so I'd consider dropping him here, but man, he's just so fast and so good that I don't think there's any world where you could. So let's move on to Caleb Williams. You know, I imagine, I really haven't looked at the QBs that much, but I imagine we're year 4 into a franchise that there's going to be so many top-heavy guys. Because just based off the first two, you know, Caleb Williams, he's 86 speed, has better throw power than Lamar. He's 25, actually. And how close is he getting? He can almost get backyard QB. He can get Master Tack. I'm so shocked that Nico's not using Master Tack. Why? You need to put Master Tack on him, Nico. Nico, if you watch this, put Master Tack. But, you know, 25, makes a lot of money. He's really, really good. He's better than, I'd rather have Caleb than Lamar Jackson. So, Caleb Williams, you go in front of Lamar in the league Mkl tier. Now we got Mr. Josh Allen. So, Mr. Josh Allen, he's 31 years old, 90 speed, 99 throw power, super good. Not currently being used. And gets Master Tag as well. Like, what are we doing? What are we doing with our QBs, guys? That's so insane to me. Why? Why not have the best abilities on your guys? Gets Hot Route Master slot 1. I'm not sure if that might be a slot where only Josh can get it, but that's really good. Josh is really good. He's 31 years old, needs a contract, but don't care. Josh Allen, I'm putting him here, actually. I'd probably put Josh Allen behind Lamar. Which leads us with Mr. Mkl Qb Jr. Falcons. Mkl Qb, 27 years old. He was a little bit of an older rookie. 99. He's 97 throw power, 84 speed, insanely good. I love Mkl Qb in real life. I think his outlook's really incredible. But in Madden, he is left-handed. So with Mkl Qb, I love this dude. I love everything about him in Madden. I think he's a really fun QB, but he's going in QB purgatory. So if you guys do not know, if your quarterback is left-handed, you just can't roll out to the right or move to the right and throw with your guy because your animation is going to be all messed up and you're going to get it crazy inaccurate. So eliminating half the side of the field, especially, you want to use this guy's speed to roll out and run around, and with the fact that he doesn't have like dashing deadeye or anything, he goes in QB purgatory. If you're a pocket passer, I guess that's one thing, but still I'd lean away. So really poopy butt cheeks that Madden's game kind of just sucks and you can't use a left-handed QB, but congrats, Mr. Phoenix. You're here because EA hates you. All right, Jordan Love. Probably there. Let's see. So not only am I ranking the tiers, I'm ranking the QBs just based within the tiers as well. So Jordan Love, get that out of here. 28, 84 speed, 94 throw power. Really good. Real freaking good. Oh, Hot Rod Master isn't an exclusive one for Josh Allen, so yeah, he's amazing. Should probably put Master Tack on him. I don't know why we're not. Instead, he would be the one little gooner that I'd expect to. 99 accuracies everywhere. This is probably Caleb Williams is better than him, which is crazy. Yeah, so Jordan Love behind Caleb Williams, really good. Really enjoy that. Good job, steady. But yeah, Caleb Williams is better. Joe Milton. I feel like Joe Milton's going to go here. But we'll see what is going on with Mr. Joe. Alright, 27, 83 speed, 98 throw power. Yeah, he's a tier 1 guy. Has all the accuracies you want. Abilities are good. really insane that he got a dev with a guy who didn't play all of last year. So good for him, and he has really good throw power. So yeah, Joe Milton, you can go there. Who's next? Anthony Richardson. 25. He's a 99 overall. Only superstar though, which is kind of sad. So he doesn't get the super elite abilities. He does get pass lead, which is cool. He's 25, 96 throw power, up to 91 speed. So he's really good there. You know, I want to put him in here. Realistically, he's probably going to be at the bottom of elite Mkl tier just because he has the speed and he has the throw power, but he doesn't have the dev. So yeah, he's probably the only superstar QB that I see him. Maybe Justin Fields, but I don't know what that guy looks like. Brock Purdy would rather use Mitch Trubisky. He's on the Jets now. So the 49ers somehow found a buyer of Mr. Brock Purdy. And let's check out Mr. Brock Purdy. 78 speed, not good. 27, not good. 85 throw power, not good. Really good accuracy. He's really good throwing the run, but like, who cares? 85 throw power is not ideal, and 78 speed isn't. And he has paranoid sense of pressure still, so yeah, blah 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 everywhere. Patrick Mahomes. Let's see what Mahomes is up to these days. 31 years old, 87 speed, 96 throw power. I feel like these abilities are shit, but stats and contract. Are you due a contract soon, buddy? No, you're not. So he's 87 speed. I mean, do I really have any? There's not really anything. I'd put probably Mahomes here. Maybe here. Yeah, probably do that. I think I'd rather have Jordan Love and Lamar. Just these guys for longevity, just because. Man, it feels wrong having Mahomes right there, but let's keep going. Who's next? CJ Stroud. Let's see what the Texans are working with. So the Texans, CJ Stroud, 82 speed, 90 throw power, only superstar dev, and you're 25 years old. There's nothing that is jumping off the chart for me. I'd put him in the needs to develop. I'd consider putting him in this QB purgatory range just because there's not really anything. Actually, I think I am. I think I just talked myself. CJ Stroud, he's not the fastest guy. He doesn't have the highest throw power. Even with a dev, statistically, he's all right. That 90 throw power and only 82 speed is kind of killing me. And all the Mkl QBs are going to have accuracies or good accuracies up to this point. So yeah, QB purgatory, especially if you have to pay this guy. Trevor Lawrence. Now, so Trevor Lawrence is someone I know that gets a really good ability slot because he gets like gunslinger in like slot 1 or slot 2 or something. So let me see if someone fucked up, because that could determine this ranking. 92 throw power, 87 speed, has all the good accuracy. Yeah, gunslinger slot 1, so. And can he get master attack 2? No, not yet. Could though. Probably not. Actually, he needs 3. But gets Gunslinger so in slot here, and anytime you get a QB with a really good like AP list, like ability list, like having Gunslinger in slot 1, automatically elevates you into a really really elite tier just because you can do so much with it and not waste it like using protected, which is stupid. Because you could go Gunslinger, Pass Lead Elite, Fearless, and like another ability like a Deadeye ability, which would be really good. But Trevor Lawrence is being wasted, so that's sad. But Trevor Lawrence, putting him here just because of that Gunslinger slot 1, so that's really good for him. Joe Burrow, X Factor, he's 30. He's going at the top of QB purgatory. And let's take a look at why. So Mr. Burrow, 30 years old, 83 speed, 87 throw power. He's just a better Brock Purdy that has X Factor. So, you can win a Super Bowl with this guy, but are you going out of your way to trade for this? In my last video, I told Nick he should try and get Joe Burrow just because if you're using Brock Purdy, I feel like Joe Burrow is going to just be an extremely better upgrade for you. So why not? But probably the worst X Factor QB that you could probably have, and Mkl, unless you def someone up stupid. So yeah, Joe Burrow going top of QB purgatory. Justin Herbert, 86 speed, 98 throw power, 29 years old, and he gets Pass Lead Elite slot 1, so automatically probably the best QB to have in the game. Feel like can't get Master Tech yet, so that's kind of sad. We watched Herbert really suck in the Super Bowl, which is really disappointing because this man should probably be the best QB. And because Herbert, I'm putting Herbert here. Stinky, I hate Stinky that he gives himself some of the best QBs every year. This man literally went from Mahomes to having Herbert, and Herbert's probably the best QB to have in franchise just because he gets Pass Lead Elite slot 1. So congrats, Stinky. You gave yourself the best QB, and you still can't win a Super Bowl with it. Brian Reisner. Let's go to Brian, Mr. Brian. So Mr. Brian is 24 years old and 97 throw power. Is as slow as a fucking brick oven. But man, that throw power is really tantalizing. Interestingly enough, he has a clone that is 1 year younger that basically looks exactly the same as this dude that someone could develop. But that 97 throw power is really delicious because EA hates giving guys throw power. Has all the good abilities. Is going to get to a 99 eventually. And Brian Reisner doesn't have the speed. I am putting him ahead of Jordan Love. That throw power really does it for me. Sure, he's not going to have the mobility, but when you have absolute cannon, that's really nice to have. So let's go over to Jalen Hurts next. I feel like I already know what tier he's going in. So Jalen Hurts, 89 speed. I think he has 86 throw power. 28 years old. Is never going to get the elite, master tag, so that really hurts his value. I don't know why anyone would trade for him. Oddly enough, I traded for him when I was the Raiders and I won a Super Bowl with him. But he should not be starting on your field. QB purgatory, and I'd honestly rather have Michael Penix over Jalen Hurts. And Stroud too, for that matter. Give me Stroud. So yeah, Jalen Hurts, no bueno. Very bad. Very not good. Now here's Bo Nix. Mr. Bo Nix. I know this man's probably old as all hell. Yeah, 27 years old. 93, only 90 throw power, 86 speed. He's 27. Man, you know, this guy is extremely mid. Man. I want to put him into this needs to develop category, but I feel like that's just too generous for him, just because that is a little bit older. You know, he 27 in the age of Madden is where you're on the cusp of, like, you're gonna start regressing, and like your upgrade bar is gonna be crazy. But maybe if you can get him to develop to X Factor, he can be something. Actually, nah, fuck that. QB Purgatory. Actually, I'd put him over Joe Burrow. I'd want Bo Nix. If I'm starting a franchise at this very moment, I'd probably want Bo Nix over Joe Burrow, and try and hope I get an X Factor game for Bo Nix. Next is Mr. Luke Landry. So Luke Landry of the Giants is a bit younger, only 24 years old. 91 throw power, so that's all right. 78 speed. Has a better chance of getting a dev and getting to 99 overall, because he is a 93. So I can see a world. Yeah, I can see a world where you win a bowl with this guy. No, he needs to develop a little bit more. Try and get a little bit more throw power. Man. Yeah. You need to get a little bit more throw power with him, just because he's not fast, and he's only 91 throw power. He's still oblivious sense of pressure. Yeah, he needs to develop. I feel like he doesn't have any redeeming qualities of a guy that you would want. And just because it's so impossible to get speed or throw power upgrades unless you get a scenario or get super lucky. Yeah. Dak Prescott, can see a world where you win a bowl with him. Let me just check out his stats to make sure they're not terrible. What team is he even on? The Commanders? Yeah, so Dak Prescott, 90 throw power, 84 speed. You have about one more year until he starts becoming really ass, because you're going to lose this fifth slot. Yeah, so he's going to go here. I think for 1 year, Dak's going to be really good for the Commanders, and I can see a world where you win a bowl. But once he loses that fifth slot and starts regressing hard, definitely dropping down into would rather use Mitch Trubisky. JJ McCarthy, I think that's pretty evident. I'd probably put him over Luke Landry, just because of the intangibles that Mr. McCarthy has. He's 85 speed, so he's already fast enough to where you can roll around, and has 91 throw power, which I think is the same, and has the stats, and he's the same age, just doesn't have the dev. So yeah, this guy needs to develop. But if we were to swap a bit like devs here, McCarthy would go into this can see a world where you can win a bowl, and Landry would probably drop into this QB purgatory, which is saying something, which is interesting, because we're having a guy that's kind of teetering on the edge, which is the Patriots. The Patriots had the chance to trade for a superstar X Factor guy. Said they're going to rock with Drake May. Drake May's 25 years old, 95 throw power, 86 speed. This is the definition of a guy that needs to develop. I probably want him over McCarthy. McCarthy is a year younger. These two guys are kind of just interchangeable. I don't know who has the better speed and the better throw power. I know Drake is a year older, so maybe it's McCarthy, but whoever's throw power is better, I'd probably put ahead. I think it's May, so I'm just going to put May here. Desmond Ridder. Let's look at the Cardinals. And I hate Desmond Ridder so much. It's actually insane. Because Rage made him good last year, and now he's good again. 91 throw power, 88 speed. Yeah, gets all the good abilities. Isn't going to be able to get Master Attack. That speed's really good. The X Factor is really good. Maybe put him here. That 88 speed is really moving me. Do I have anyone here with less than, with more than a, you know, all of these guys have elite traits in them, whether it be like throw power, or speed, or the combination of both. So I think I'm going to put Ridder right in front of Anthony Richardson. I'd rather have all of these guys instead, but Ridder's okay. You know, the 91 throw power is a little lackluster, but the speed's great. And having a guy with speed and like upwards of, if you can get a guy with speed into that 92 to like 95 throw power range, that's really elite. And he has the dev too, but he's older, so he's still an elite Mkl Qb, but I don't think there's any chance he enters like this top 5 to like 8 category. Whereas yeah, right now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, he can be a top 10 Mkl Qb. All right. So next up we have Jaden Daniels, who broke my heart today. So he automatically goes into would rather use Mitch Trubisky. 26 years old, 91 throw power, 90 speed. Fuck you. All right, Cody Alexander on the Eagles. 75 speed, 92 throw power, so has the dev, is 24, but doesn't have, you know, the intangible traits that are elite. Still has paranoid sense of pressure. Can eventually get the really good abilities. I don't see a world where he gets Master Attack, though. So, yeah. I think he goes at the very top of can see a world where you win a Super Bowl with him. Now, Will Powell of the Browns, the starting Browns QB, they are deciding to rock with this guy. I'm not sure how good he is. This seems like Cody Alexander, but worse. 91 throw power, 79 speed. Probably put him in the QB purgatory. Here. Yeah. You know, even if you develop this guy, he's not going to have the elite traits to move up into this elite range. He could move into this conceived world where you want to bowl with him, but would prefer you move on and try and get a QB who's a little bit better. DJ Hanna now of the Vikings. So the Vikings are in quarterback lingo when they honestly should have just stuck with DJ Hanna for a while, but he is actually hurt. He broke his ribs. So Jeremy Weber, who's not on here, is a star dev, 92-78. But they have DJ Hanna, who is a year older, with a dev, with 93 throw power. So 93 throw power puts you kind of in the upper echelon, but he needs to develop. He's at the very bottom of this. He's a super low overall. and he's a little bit of an older prospect and 23 years old. So if he doesn't develop within like the next 2 years, he's gonna go into like this QB purgatory category. Next up is Mr. Fields of the Jaguars. What was a terrible trade for them? Because this guy, 93 speed, 91 throw power. I'd put him here just because of the speed and the throw power. But I feel like, again, I could see myself swapping these guys out, just depending. But actually, you know, he's going here because Ducky got an X Factor breakout game for him, didn't get it, so he's never going to get a dev game with him again. So he's never going to be an X Factor. He's just going to be in this superstar. And I can see a world where you win a bowl with him, but it's going to be extremely hard to do without some of the best abilities, because right now he doesn't even get past Lead Elite, and he's a 90 overall. You're one upgrade away, and 26,000 XP. So it's going to be really, really hard to get those good abilities. And next is my QB. Wow, Mr. Tommy Campbell. I think he might be the only normal dev QB that someone is using. I'm not sure about that. 22 years old, so super young. The only reason I'm using this guy, can I show my mouse, is so not only is he the tallest QB in the league, he's also the heaviest, and weight matters a lot in Madden's little generator for breaking tackles and fumbling and all that. So being 257 makes it really hard for him to fumble, and then he has the holds ball trait for all hits. So this man does not fumble. So if I want to run around and not be on conservative and just be like a menace to society, I can do that. But, statistically, did get a throw power upgrade to put him to that 91, so that's all right. 84 speed, so he's kind of extremely mid. And then, you look at his deep accuracy, it's super fucking terrible. Would not recommend. So, being unbiased with Mr. Tommy Campbell, he probably needs to go in this QB purgatory, but he is only 21 years old. I'd rather have Tommy Campbell over DJ Hanna. Fair warning, completely biased, 1000% biased, but I don't give a damn. I'd rather have Tommy Campbell over. Honestly, I'd rather have Tommy Campbell over these guys, and all of these guys at the bottom, and I'd take these guys over Tommy Campbell. So yeah, that's what I'm doing. And then Mr. Wally, who I know has a really good QB, who I think is kind of he is a lot smaller, but 91 throw power, 84 speed, so same throw power, same speed, has the dev. Can't get good abilities yet, but is an 86 overall, so he's going to go in this needs to develop category. Probably put him in front. Actually, can I see a world where you want to bowl with him? Not yet, at least. Would like him to develop a little bit more. Has the dev. Honestly, if you can get this guy to X Factor, I think he's pretty good. And he's younger. Yeah, he's only 22, so that's insanely good. And then Evan Mason of the Saints. So the Saints actually have two superstar dev QBs. And Evan Mason is one of them. He's 23 years old, so super young, 93 throw power, so he's up in that upper echelon, 78 speed. Can see a world where you want to bowl. Would put him in between Fields and Dak. Love the throw power. If only the Saints had a guy. Justin McPherson. This is a guy that Steady has and is trying to develop. And he has 81 speed, star dev, 93 throw power. So yeah, he's going to go in this. Needs to develop category, and I'd put him probably in front of JJ McCarthy. Actually, in front of Drake May too, just because he is so young. Tyrese Milroe of the Bills. The Bills just drafted this guy. He's 88 throw power, 90 speed, still young. And he needs to develop too. And just because he's so fast, I'd put him there. Can see him developing into like a Justin Fields. Maybe if he devs up really good, he can be in this elite MKL range. And then this Dorian Carroll, who I believe is on the Dolphins now, is going to be our last QB we'd look at. Is 88 throw power, 86 speed, 6'5", 247. So this is Tommy Campbell, but like older. Wow, he's a rookie, but he's older. But he is superstar dev. So really like this guy. Needs to develop. Would put him here. You know, he has the dev, but he doesn't have the throw power. Has the speed for sure. But is 23 years old coming out, and he's a 66 overall, so it's going to be an uphill battle with only 88 throw power and 86 speed. So this is my list. If Tua was on here, he'd probably be in a tier of his own because he doesn't have the throw power, and he's left-handed, and he's terrible QB. So yeah, this is my list. I hope you guys are entertained. So congrats.